Well, there you have it, folks. That banner says it all. Chiefs back-to-back Super Bowl champions. First time in 20 years as they beat the 49ers 25-22. It was the second time in Super Bowl history that a game went into overtime. Chiefs matching the feat that the 2004 Patriots did when they went back-to-back as Super Bowl champs. We've got highlights, reaction, more on the music, the commercials, all of it from the big game coming up a little bit later on GMK. One other thing we need to talk about when it comes to Super Bowl, betting. Kentucky has seen a big boom in sports betting since it launched in September, but with Super Bowl 58 this weekend, probably the most lucrative for a lot of those venues.
We're definitely expecting that. So WHAS11's Connor Steffen and photojournalist Aspen Hester checked in to see how business has fared as thousands of Kentuckians hoped to score big on their bets.
Over at downtown Derby City Gaming's First Turn Bar, the sports betting kiosks stayed full for hours as one after another hopefuls made their bets on the big game.
Kansas City, because of their defense.
As Christian McCaffrey plays for San Francisco, so I'm kind of rooting for him and his success with that. But Kansas City, I like them as well.
You know, this is going to be interesting because we've not ever had sports betting for Super Bowl.
You can add it to the growing list of firsts Kentucky's betting venues saw this last year, when lawmakers finally passed a law legalizing sports betting in the Commonwealth.
Long overdue. Long overdue. We let cars drive over the bridge right here into Indiana. It's been long overdue.
And now Kentuckians join an estimated 26% of adults in betting on the Super Bowl. The American Gaming Association expects a record 67.8 million Americans will put money on the game. That's up 35% from last year. The association also says bettors plan to wager an estimated $23.1 billion, up from $16 billion in 2023. The Derby City Gaming and Hotel venue off Poplar Level Road is hoping to capitalize off that this weekend.
We have tons of things lined up with the game. It's a huge TV to watch it, but we'll also have representatives from Patron. We'll have some swag. We'll have some of the best chicken wings, we can argue.
Sports kiosks at the ready, bolstering thousands of potential Super Bowl bets.
You know, I think the whole weekend will be kind of a new baseline for us to understand what sports betting and Super Bowl means here for this property.
Connor Steffen, WHAS 11 on your side.
State data show in October, the first full month of legalized sports wagering, Kentuckians spent over $294 million at in-person sports books and on mobile apps. Turning to some other headlines now. Today, Jamarcus Glover will face a judge again. Glover, a key figure in the Breonna Taylor death investigation, was arrested January 22nd after being on the run for several months. During his arrest, officers say they found large amounts of suspected meth, fentanyl, and ammunition. Glover had been on the run after missing a court date in October. In that case, he allegedly used children to help transport and sell heroin. He's being arraigned today on the new drug charges he's now facing and is due in court at 1 this afternoon.
Well, one person is dead after crashing into 3 homes in the Park Hill neighborhood. Around 11 o'clock Saturday morning, Metro Police say they responded to a call of a crash on Wilson Avenue, that's near 23rd Street. Through their investigation, police say a man was driving when he lost control and hit those homes. He was pronounced dead at the scene. LMPD says that according to witnesses, speed was a factor. Nobody else is hurt in this crash. And the LMPD also investigating after 2 deadly shootings this weekend. One was in the California neighborhood. Police say it happened Sunday around 4 in the morning. Officers responded to a shooting on West Broadway about a block away from the Kroger on South 28th Street. Police say they found a man, 37-year-old Ronald Beatty, who had been shot. He died at the scene.
The second deadly shooting was in the Okolona neighborhood. LMPD says it happened around 1:15 Sunday morning on Egypt Lane. That's not far from Preston Highway and Outer Loop. When officers arrived at the scene, they found a man, 27-year-old Ronald Hall, shot inside a car. Hall died at the scene. Anyone with information about either of these shootings is encouraged to call the anonymous tip line at 574-LMPD. A bill to enhance the transparency of sexual misconduct allegations against teachers just made its way through the Kentucky House. House Bill 275 aims to make it more difficult for teachers with allegations of sexual misconduct to move from one district to another. The bill would require districts to contact each district that previously employed a job applicant for a reference check. Previous employers would have to disclose any allegation or disciplinary action related to abusive conduct while the applicant worked for the district.
This is a piece of legislation that I honestly wish we didn't have to deal with. And I'm going to say that 99.9% plus of our dedicated teachers and those individuals who work in our school systems are there to support our children, to help them in their education.
The bill now heads to the Kentucky Senate.